Hey guys, so today we're going to make the little mini album that goes inside of the small keepsake box. We just finished doing this one. We just did the embellishments. Aren't they pretty? It's empty right now, but this is the prototype for the little mini album that goes inside of the box. Isn't it cute? It has these little flip out inserts. So cute, and it's like an accordion style album. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me move my prototype out of the way. I just love the way this little box turned out. It is just so stinking cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. So what we're gonna need, I will put all the links to the printables below and any and all products that I can find. I will put them in the description box below. So what you're gonna need, I'm printing this off onto Recollections cardstock, 65-pound craft. You get this at Michael's, but I'll also link this for an online purchase if you'd like. So you will need page 1, which is covers part 1, and then the 2 accordion sides. And then you will need a page 2, which is the covers part 2, and then the dividers that go into the accordion. And then you will need 2 of page number 3, because you need 5 inserts. I know there's 3 on here, but you need 5. So I didn't want to put another page in here, so you just print off 2, and then you'll just have an extra one for, if you, I guess you can put it in there if you want to, but you only need 5 for the actual album. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these out. This one is 1 whole piece, and then on page 2 these 2 stay together. And then these 2 are 4 different pieces, and these obviously, these stay together. So you cut these individually out, and then I'm gonna cut this out, and I'll do this one with you. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut everything out, and then I'm gonna ink it up with my Ranger Archival ink and coffee, and I'm gonna use my Tim Holtz blending tool. So then I'll ink it up, and then I'll come back and show you how to do the accordion part. Okay, so I've cut everything apart except for this. So this is a page 1. This is the, album cover part 1. I've inked it up on both sides, and then I scored on those 3 lines, okay? And then this is part 2, is page 2. I inked it up on both sides just in case, you're looking at it at a different angle. And then I scored it on that line. And then there's the 4 dividers. Now you might have to adjust these once you start getting the accordion going. It might be a little too wide. But these are also inked on both sides. Not real heavy on the one side, it looks like. But anyway. And then here is page 3, which is the inserts. Those are both inked up, inked up on both sides. And then here's my extra one. So I'm just gonna put this one in my book and save it for another time. So let me scooch this stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna show you how to do this accordion part. Do I wanna trim it out? Yeah, I'm gonna trim it out as a whole. So this is a Fiskars Procision heavy duty rotary paper trimmer. My favorite. I love this thing. So I'm just going to trim it out all the way around, and I'm going to leave it together right now. Put this aside for a minute. Now I'm going to get my scoreboard out. This is just a Martha Stewart scoreboard. Now usually I use my bone folder for this, but this, in order to get, let me find the prototype. I found for me, in order to get the perfect little accordion, I need to use a more precise scoring tool, and now I can't find it. That's awesome. Oh, here it is. This is just a stylus. It's really old. I don't know. I think it was my dad's. I'm not real sure. It's got 2 tiny little ends on it. So I'm going to use the bigger of the tiny 2. But I find that I get more of an accurate score. So what you want to do is, remember how I said everybody's printer prints off slightly different? These are supposed to be 1/2 inch sections, okay? But if you're going to follow this exact page, you really need to make sure that your lines are perfectly in line where they need to be. Don't just go half and half and half and half and half, because like I said, your printer sometimes will condense something down a little bit, or it might make it a little bit bigger. So you need to follow the exact lines and not just go half an inch, half an inch, half an inch. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm just lining it up with one of the black lines that I marked on my scoreboard here. And I'm just taking my time and going through and scoring each line. Okay, so I've scored every line except this middle one right here, and that's where we're gonna cut it apart. So now I'm gonna put this up and I'm gonna cut these two pieces apart. And you'll see, because there is, there's these parts where you're supposed to trim off this little corner. Let me move this out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim those little corners off. Okay, so the best way that I have found, again, to make this a more precise accordion is to literally just go in and do a one-way fold, like prep every single score mark and burnish it down just like this. And you know, when you use this tool, sometimes you can get a little heavy-handed and you can kind of almost go through. So just be careful that you don't do that, because I've done that before many times. Okay, so I've went through and they're all going the same way. The folds are all going the same way. So you want to start with the one that has the, you know, the notches taken off. You want to start with that one. So that one kind of folds down inward. Then you want to flip it over and turn it the opposite way. You guys know how accordions work. You just keep flipping it back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so now I got a pretty gosh darn precise fold. I hope you guys can see that. It's pretty even, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so if you just take a few minutes to just do that, take those little extra steps, it does make it better. So then the next thing you want to do with these is you want to add some score tape to these two end pieces, these two flaps. These are going to attach to the actual album cover. I guess it's really a box, really, an accordion box. I guess it's really not an album. It could be, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's both. It's just a little different. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to take a minute to go ahead and ink these edges. Whoa. Throw my stuff down. I like to throw my stuff around. It's fun. It literally just takes a minute, because you will see a little bit of that. And then I'm going to kind of fold it back up together here. Come on. And I'm going to run the ink pad along the edges, just really to darken them up a little bit. Open it up. So now I have something that looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to get part 1 and part 2 of the album covers, or the box covers, or whatever you want to call it. So this is actually the front of the box. So this piece is actually this piece right there. Okay, so obviously this is the back of the box. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to attach these two bottom pieces. You see what I'm talking about? So we're going to lay the one that's on page number 2 on top of page number 1 piece. So it just gives it a little bit stronger of a sturdy bottom, I guess. And notice I'm not using any chipboard. This is all just cardstock. And believe it or not, though, it's a sturdy box. I mean, it's not that flexible. So it's it really turned out to be a really sturdy box. sturdy idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape on this part, on part 1 of the box, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to put 3 pieces, I think, if 3 pieces will fit. Might not. I just want to make sure that it gets a good contact so that it doesn't come apart. And this is score tape, 1/4 inch score tape. Let me burnish this down a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to remove the backing here of all 3 pieces. Okay, I am going to use just a little bit of glue stick, not for adhesion, but to prevent a super fast stick, so I have a minute to place it. And that's just a cheapio Hobby Lobby glue stick, no big deal. So I'm just going to line this edge up, right, I'm going to butt it right up next to where that score is, okay? And I'm going to do my best to get it on straight because I can't get my head over top. So let's do it like this. And if it's not 100% straight, well, that's okay. It is not going to hurt anybody. Okay, I got it on there pretty good. Burnish it down. So now we have, I did get it a little crooked. Oh well. It will be fine. So now we have the beginnings. See, look, I scored too hard right there. Can you see? Can you see how? Anyways, still all good. So now what we need to do is we need to add these. So one's going to go on this side and one's going to go on this side. So what you want to do is you want to take the backing off of one side and use your glue stick. And so I'm just going to place it. I'm going to match up the top here. And I'm going to go all the way down the side. Make sure it's matched up. Now this is being attached to part 2, page number 2. That's where I'm attaching this piece to. Okay, so we got one side attached, so it looks like that. Then we're going to take this other side, remove the backing. This is easier than y'all thought it was, huh? Put a little glue stick. And so then I'm going to flip this around so I can see better. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start at the top. And I'm going to match that edge up. And match it all the way down. Bam. Oh, look, see, the glue stick let me wiggle it just a little bit, which is exactly what I wanted. And I'm going to give that a good burnish. So all I've stuck down is those 2 extra little flaps. So now you have something that looks like that. It's crazy, right? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to come in a little closer. Just a little bit. I don't need the sound effects, do I? Sorry. Okay, so we're going to put some tape on here. So you want to skip the one that you just attached to the cover, but you want to put tape on the next one. So I'm just going to run one piece of tape on there, like that, and I'm going to run one piece of tape on the opposite side. You could use wet glue for this too. It's totally fine. So then what we need is we need our dividers, right? Our accordion dividers. So since this is going to be this way, I want to make sure my one that's heavier, more heavily inked is on this side. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it down. Now, first thing I've noticed is that it's a little too tall, right? It might even be a little too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my paper trimmer back out. So I'm going to do this to each one because I want it to fit perfect. You know what I mean? So let me try it again. Let's see. That's better. That fits good there. And then it's just a little wide, so I'm just going to take a sliver off of that side. Now I'm going to move my paper trimmer. Do I need to re-ink that just a little bit? Just this one side right here? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the backing off here. like that. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of glue stick just in case. So then I'm going to face this down and I'm going to lay it back on there. I'm laying it on the actual cover itself. Then I'm going to take these and fold them over onto it. Come on. See, I don't think I made it, I don't think I cut it short enough or to the side, you know what I'm saying, wide enough, or you know what I mean. I didn't trim enough off. I swear. Okay, so now we've got one divider in there, so your inserts go in like this, right? You see that? Okay, so the next divider, what you want to do is you want to skip one and then put tape on the next one. Skip one, put tape on the next one. And if you want to, you can go ahead and add the tape to all of them. So then you would, so you know you've got one divider, two divider, skip one, put tape on the next one. Right, and then skip one, so you got 1, 2, 3, and then we got one more. Skip one, put tape on the next one. Skip one, put tape on the next one. Okay, so then you'll have two 1/2-inch pieces there. So this piece is going to attach to the cover. So you're really skipping one and then attaching it to the cover. So, okay, so let's do the next one. Where are my pieces? Those are my inserts. Where are my pieces? I just had them. Here they are. Okay, so now I'm going to lay this one in here and see if it fits. It looks like I just trimmed them out all a little too wide and a little too long. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. Yep, I still haven't figured out my phone, you guys. I even tried some suggestions. You know who I haven't asked yet is my son. My youngest son probably will be able to do it no problem. Okay, I mean, I did cut this one just a little bit short, but it doesn't matter because that's the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim the other two because I'm pretty sure they're all trimmed just a little too, not trimmed enough, I guess. Okay, so now they should all fit just fine. I just need to match up the top first. So I'm going to remove the backing, the tape backing here. Now, if you have a better, easier way to do these types of accordion dividers, feel free to do it your way. You do not have to do it my way. This is just the way I do it. It's the way I designed it. Or the easiest for me, anyway, to get it good and precise and accurate each time. So now there's two pockets. And so we're just going to keep going. I'm going to burnish this down. That helps too if you give it a good burnish each time. So here's the next one. And it fits. Yep. So I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I took the time to trim them all down just a little bit. Take the backing off. Lay that in there. Make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Flip that side over. Flip this side over. And then burnish it down. Take the backing off. Lay this in here. I didn't check it first, but that's okay. Lay that side over, lay that side over. Then burnish it down. This is just a Teflon bone folder. It's just good for doing stuff like this. So now, this is what we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, and then we have this opening. Now this part is going to attach to this part. So what I'm going to do is take the backing off of here. Let's see, maybe I'll just do both. You think I should do both? You think I should be brave? I'm going to put a little glue stick on these so that I got a minute. Then basically I'm just going to flip this up and I'm going to line it up with the edge. This will take a little bit of finagling, I'm not going to lie to you. Just line it up. Or you know what? Be easier? Why don't we take the long piece that's not got the accordion on it and line it up. Okay, come on. There we go. Well, heck. Come on. Of course, when I'm on camera, this is what happens. Okay, wait, this is gonna work. So I'm just gonna line that up. You just gotta get it to where you're holding it just right, you know? Some people might want to add the dividers in last. You can totally do that too and use a wet glue. Okay, so the problem is you just gotta hold it just right. All right, come on, there we go. Now I got it on there, so I'm gonna stick this bone folder in there and burnish that down. Okay, so now we've got the box. See, that simple. The accordion album is now put together. You can give it a little pinch if you like. Oop, I didn't mean to bend the bottom. I didn't mean to do that. All right. So there, our album covers are assembled. So then, your inserts just slide in like that. And they go all the way back. You've got 5 inserts, you've got 5 slots, you've got 5 inserts. Cute, right? I think so. Okay, so we've got the box assembled, or the mini album covers assembled, and do you see how perfectly flat that is? As long as you take your time to do that scoring, it'll work out really nicely. I'm gonna scoot back out. I feel like you're too close. Just a little bit. There we go. So now let's go ahead and mat this. We might even be able to embellish the cover and everything in this video. So the mats are on page 4. So what I need is the mat for the cover. I'm just gonna do the mats for the covers and maybe save the inserts. We'll see. We'll see how far we can get here. So I need all 3 pieces of this. And then here is the mat for part 2. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave these stuck here and leave my book sitting out. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't have mats sitting everywhere. Let me get my paper. So I'm using this paper line, Wild and Free by Prima. And I've got my leftover pieces from when I made the box. And I wanted to remind you too that this whole thing can be made with the 6x6 paper pad or the 4x6 journaling cards or all of your large cut-off pieces and even these smaller strips because of the smaller mats that are in this album. So I'm really liking the fact that I can use all different, you know, things, all different size papers. I don't have to just use a big 12 by 12. So I'm going to try to like kind of mimic this cover. So since I've already got these pieces out, let's see, I don't know, I think I want the base of the box to be the black, right? So it would be like black, and then this comes over this way, and then this could be like the cover, the base of the box, the base of the album, and then this could be the color of the cover of the box. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm wondering if I need, I don't think that's going to be enough. It might be. Can I use it this way? No, I have to use it this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the full piece that I have of that. Yep. And then I'm going to grab one of the other pieces for the cover. And I might use one of these strips. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. So all you have to do, for example, like if I'm going to do the, excuse me, this part, and this part in the black polka dot bokeh looking paper. So I'm going to take this. I wonder if I can do it this way. I can, but then let's just have it all going the same way. So we're going to need that. Let's see. Is this the right one? Is this the right mat? Yes. We're going to need that one. And then we're going to need that one. So that's how I'm going to lay it out. I'm thinking that's what I'm wanting to do. So I'm going to start with this one. Oh wait, let's go on the other side here. Let's start with this one. I'm just going to lay it down like that. And then it's going to be hard to see, so maybe I should flip it to the other side. That's what I'll do, because it'll be easier to see. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. Match the two corners up. And where's my pencil? Here's a pencil. So I'm just going to trace that out. Then I'm going to lay this small one on here. Trace that out. I'm going to leave that. And then I'm going to put the mat for part one of the cover on here. Here we go. And trace that out. So we've got those three traced. And then we need the other two pieces. And we'll do that. Oh, uh-oh. There's a siren going off. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know. So I'm going to have my album kind of running this way. So since I've got, look at that pretty flower. That's so pretty. Since there's wording on here, I'm going to make sure I face it the right way. So I'm going to actually put this, or should I? Oh, because I want it to like, well, I'm just doing it. I just think it's adorable. Maybe if I put it up a little closer like this. Okay, so I'm just going to trace this out. I don't know why I didn't match up the one. Oh, I was trying to get more of that flower. I'm going to trace that one out. And then I think I'm going to put, oh, this piece, sorry. The same, I'm going to just butt it up right next to it and just do this piece. So this is kind of like the spine. So I'm going to need two of these, and I haven't decided just yet what I want the inside to look like. What's the inside of the box look like? Oh, there's some of the black, but you'll see black and black. Maybe this is my chance to use the purple butterflies. Okay, so we're doing the outside cover right now. We're tracing the outside cover out. So let's put these back. So I've got those, and so then I really do think I should try to do the butterflies for the inside. I think that would be so pretty, like have this whole thing, except they're facing the wrong way. Well, that's okay. I'm doing it. I don't know what that siren's about, but for the inside, I'm gonna flip this over because sometimes if you don't flip the mat over, then it doesn't fit just right. And I don't cut it out very well. Oh, let me just go ahead and butt it up to the edge. Why don't I just do that and make my life a little easier? So this is for the inside. So I'm going to trace these pieces out. And I am going to trace a piece out for that, except I want it to be a little longer. So let's see, I'm going to go right there. I'm going to trace this piece out. I want it to get right on the butterflies. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Let me flip it around. So then the rest of this piece I'm going to put there. So I'm going to lay this down here and just draw a line on the edge here, just so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so there's the inside, and then there's the little spine there, and then the extra piece is going to go right here. Okay, so I'm going to cut all these pieces out and ink them up, and I will be right back. I wanted to take a minute real quick and to show you how I do fussy cutting. I am not the best at fussy cutting, not at all. Actually, I kind of stink at it, but I try to make it as easy as possible on myself. I'm going to scoot you in. Boy, that won't make me nervous at all, you being that close. No. Okay, so this piece is going on the cover. So these are just cutter bee scissors. Use any scissors that you have. I like them because they're a little bit more precise and a little bit easier to handle when you're handling like delicate, like these things are huge. And these are, if anybody's ever wondered, these are Fiskars, and I think they're for fabric. I got them a long time ago at like Hancock Fabrics or something like that. But anyway. Okay, so all you want to do is just start and, you know, squeeze your scissors a little bit, but basically you want to turn your paper when it comes to the curves, right? So it just makes it for a much smoother curve than you might otherwise have. So if you just take your time, then turn your paper and squeeze your scissors ever so gently. And look, perfect. Actually, it is pretty good. Oh, yay, go me. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Now I'm gonna ink everything up with my archival ink, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got everything inked up, so I am gonna do a magnet closure, so I'm not gonna do this panel or this panel just yet, but here's what I was talking about, why I went so randomly on that paper. Do you see this strip of butterflies? Isn't that pretty? So I was trying to get that on there. And then this piece, you know, also has some butterflies on it. Anyway, I thought it was cute. And so does this one. See, that one's going to go right here. Oh my gosh, I finally got to use the purple. Well, I did in this one too, but you can't hardly see it. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I'm going to go ahead and add these two pieces because I can close the thing then. I'm just going to put it on 3 sides here, just a little bit. But, you know, there's other alternatives out there. You could use tacky glue. You could use Scotch Quick Dry. Use whatever you have, whatever you want. You could use Elmer's glue if you really wanted to. Just be careful the amount that you use. So that matted really quick. And I'm going to mat the inside spine here. And I'm going to stick that right there. Can you see? I'm out of camera. I'm out of focus. So, okay, so now I'm going to flip it over, and maybe I'll flip it over and put these pieces on. The magnet's going to be on the underside, so I can do this part. Here's the spine piece that I cut out. It wasn't the exact match, but look, since it's got that pink flower, it looks like it's an exact match. Like I just cut those two pieces apart. The flow, you know. Okay, I'm gonna attach this one down. So easy. This is so easy. Such a quick little quick little album. Boy, I just keep calling this thing everything but an album, don't I? So cute. Okay, so then I'm going to put this back panel on. I'm also going to show you guys in a next video or so, maybe not the next video, but in another video I'm going to show you guys another way to use this printable, an even easier way to use this printable. I think y'all will like that a lot, and it'll be fast. I like fast. All right, I got that piece on there. Now I'm going to put the bottom piece on. And just like that. I'm going to press it down that way. Because remember, I took the sharpness off because I squeezed it too hard. So we've got that mat. So the only thing left to do is these two pieces. So I'm going to grab my magnets. Again, I'm using the basic gray magnets. A few videos back, you guys put a lot of suggestions. I think it was the actual construction of the box. You guys had some good suggestions. So if y'all are curious, go over and look at the comment section from the making of this box. And you'll see some good ideas for alternatives. These are basic gray. They actually call them snaps online. I don't understand that, but I don't have to. So, all right. So we're going to put a magnet here and a magnet here. So the first one we're going to start with is putting the magnet here. And since there's going to be a mat, I'm not going to worry about putting double-sided adhesive on the back. I'm just going to place it wherever I think I want it. And I'm going to scoot it down just a little bit right there. Let's see if that'll fit. Because, you know, there is this gap here because of the inserts. Of course it fits. So let me give me a Post-it note. We'll stick a Post-it note on here, and then I'm going to attach that one down to it. And I'm going to remove the backing from this sticker. And then I'm going to be careful before I stick it down. I'm going to make sure that the box is squared off the way I like it. Make sure it doesn't come over too far. You know, right here. And then I'm going to push. I'm going to try to stick my finger in there and give it a little support. So now I should be able to pull them apart and it stick. Yay! Oh, I like it when a plan comes together. Alright, so I'm going to remove my Post-it note. Now I'm going to add my mats. I'm going to go around the magnet there and around the magnet here. I'm going to add glue to this piece and glue to the back of this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. If you wanted to mat this before you put it together, that's an option as well. Alright, let's put the inside piece here. So cute. Do y'all see how fast this is going together? So awesome. Alright, I'm going to use my burnish, my big bone folder here, and I'm going to try to get around the magnet, make sure there's contact. I'm going to try to stick my hand in here and get around this one. So it should close perfectly. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? So look, and then it fits right into there. Yay! Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the embellishing for the cover and matting and embellishing of these inserts. So I think I'll save that for the next video. So I think it's turned out really, really super cute. I mean, isn't that adorable? It's so stinking adorable. So it goes right into here. And ta-da. I just love it. It's so cute. Okay. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And please be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit this little round button there and then check out these other videos, and I will see you next time.